The global nature of these protests, of course, reveal deep solidarity with the plight of Black Americans in the United States. But it's also revealing really deep anger and frustration on behalf of the citizens of other Western democracies against the systemic racism and police brutality that impacts Black people in their own countries. In the United Kingdom, where the COVID-19 pandemic has been 4 times as likely to kill Black people as other demographic groups, we've seen tens of thousands of protesters go into the streets to protest police brutality that is also disproportionately affecting Black people and other ethnic minorities there. In France, we've also seen tens of thousands of people go out into the street, yes, in solidarity against the murder of George Floyd, but also in protest of Adama Traore's death, a man who was killed at the hands of the police in 2016, and the details of which are only now coming to light. And in Brussels, we're also seeing a different manifestation of this in terms of a petition that is gaining traction to have statues of King Leopold II removed due to his role during the colonial era and in the deaths of millions of Congolese people. So we are seeing, of course, this incredible reckoning in the United States with legacies of systemic racism, with the impacts of police brutality against Black people. But we are also seeing a kind of similar reckoning with, or demands for a reckoning with, the legacies of slavery, colonialism, systemic racism in other Western democracies. And so it is this fascinating moment and it's deeply significant moment where Western democracies are collectively being confronted with demands for addressing the issue of race. This is also, I think, important to contextualize in the broader moment we are in terms of the state of global democracy. In a 2020 Pew survey of 34 countries, over 60% of the respondents in those countries said that they didn't think their elected officials cared about what they thought. Over 50% of respondents said that they were dissatisfied overall with democracy. Now that is a big problem. It's a big problem for democratic countries. And one important way that democracies can respond to that is to do a much better job of engaging with and responding to the needs of its racial and ethnic minorities.